Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Panovich here with your Ski Southeast update for the week of New Year's. Hope you had a great holiday. What a great week of weather we had last week. Really cool conditions, lots of fluffy snow. I mean, just looking at the cams, it's amazing how good the conditions are in many locations of the Southeast, and they've been cranking out snow. We've got another dry cold front for the most part heading our way early Monday afternoon. It looks like maybe a little bit of natural snow up in parts of West Virginia, and Maryland. I don't think we'll see much in North Carolina. I kept some of the snow out of the forecast because I don't think it's going to be a huge deal, but it's really more the cold air, this reinforcing shot of cool air coming in right here for Tuesday and Wednesday. So a couple nights in the middle of the week, we're going to have some great snowmaking operations, especially through, I think, Wednesday morning before this high pressure shifts off to the east. And we start to see another massive storm system. I mean, this is a huge storm that's heading our way. The problem is the cold air is much further north with this system compared to the Christmas Day or Christmas Eve and the Christmas Day system, which had cold air right behind it. This one definitely is more of a warmer system, which means it's going to be a lot wetter as the system moves in. I'm going to show you the cold air real quick. Let me go to the cold air first because I want to show you the cold air which is coming in for Tuesday and Wednesday. You see all those purples and pinks? Those are temperatures below freezing. So Tuesday and Wednesday, we're probably going to have pretty good snowmaking conditions here across the Southeast. But let me show you the long range because I'm going to show you the system approaching. And what's going to happen on Thursday is we're going to have a really strong southerly flow develop. We've got high pressure off the east coast. We've got the low pressure here, and the cold air is kind of tucked in like this. So everywhere in the southeast starts to see a significant warm up and unfortunately rain with this system. So New Year's Eve is not looking all that great for snowmaking or natural snow. In fact, it's going to be pouring. We could even see flash flooding in parts of the southeast mountains. And then the system kind of tracks up into the Midwest, and you can see the system pulls through. So by Saturday, we start to see some drier and colder air move in. And then a little disturbance on the back side of this thing, which is going to come in probably Saturday night into Sunday. That's going to be our next chance of snow, likely as we go into the later part of the weekend and right there into Sunday morning. So that's probably our most significant winter weather chances here in the next 7 to 10 days. And that sticks around through early Monday. So real quickly, let me show you the long range pattern. And one of the things that you've been hearing a lot of buzz online, and if you follow a lot of long-range forecasters, there's a lot of buzz about the a sudden stratospheric warming event, which basically means the polar vortex weakening. And most people that hear that go, oh yeah, weakening, is that bad? Well, that typically means cold air is on the move somewhere off the pole. So when the polar vortex splits, one of the things that's difficult about forecasting this is where does the cold air go? Because cold air on the top of the earth up there at the poles, and this is kind of an analogy I like to use. It doesn't exactly work out this way, but it's like spilling water up there. Cold air has to spill down somewhere. You just don't always know where. It could go into Europe, could go into Asia, could go over here into Siberia, could go into Alaska, could go into the western U.S. or the eastern U.S. Now obviously we want to see the eastern U.S. cold air spillage. But what happens is if cold air spills in other parts of the world, sometimes it causes a ridge to buckle up here in the southeast. And that's something we certainly have to be concerned about going into January, because what happens is if we see that dip develop over Alaska, which we're seeing hints of it here in the long range, this dip here then forces a ridge to build over here, and we start to see warmer temperatures. So yeah, it's great to see a stratospheric warming event, but sometimes it doesn't always work out the way you want. Sometimes it ends up being super warm. So here's a look at the forecast this week ahead. We've got cold and snow coming in Tuesday, Wednesday for most areas. Not a ton of snow. It's really the cold air for snowmaking. And then a huge warm-up Thursday, Friday, and I think some significant rainfall for the southeast. And then on Saturday, I do think it starts to cool down up in West Virginia, and Maryland, but it might take until late Saturday into Sunday before we see that cool down in North Carolina, and likely some natural snow just beyond the forecast period. So I hope you're having a great weekend and a great start to the week. If you're off, get to the mountains and ski as much as you can, because conditions are going to be ideal this week. Even with the warm-ups, we should have great conditions until that rain arrives New Year's Eve, and then things will perk right back up the following weekend. Have a great night and a great week, everybody, and as always, thanks, Snow.